Detective Rodriguez. Detective Maria Rodriguez had been on the force for over a decade, and during that time she had seen it all. From small-time burglars to organized crime syndicates, she had dealt with them all. But even after all these years, she still felt a sense of excitement every time she got a new case. It was a Monday morning when her phone rang, and she saw the name of her captain on the caller ID. She answered the call, and her captain told her about a recent string of robberies that had been taking place in the city. The robbers had hit several stores and had made off with a lot of cash and valuables. The captain told Maria that she was to head up the investigation and bring the perpetrators to justice. Maria arrived at the first crime scene later that morning. The store had been hit early in the morning, and the owners had discovered the break-in when they opened up. Maria examined the scene carefully, taking note of any clues that might lead her to the robbers. She found a discarded glove near the door, and she took it as evidence. Over the next few days, Maria visited several more crime scenes. Each time, she found something new that could potentially help her catch the robbers. She found a piece of fabric caught on a fence, a footprint in the mud, and even a discarded candy wrapper with a fingerprint on it. Maria was confident that she was getting closer to finding the perpetrators. On the fourth day of the investigation, Maria received a call from a witness who claimed to have seen something suspicious the night before. The witness reported seeing a group of men unloading large bags from a van in a secluded area. Maria immediately headed to the location and found the van parked behind the warehouse. She approached the van carefully, her hand on her gun, ready for anything. As she got closer, she could hear voices coming from inside the van. She cautiously opened the door and found 3 men inside, surrounded by bags of stolen goods. Maria held them at gunpoint and told them to put their hands up. The men complied, and Maria called for backup. Over the next few hours, Maria and her team worked to search the van and gather evidence. They found several stolen items, including jewelry, cash, and electronics. They also found a notebook with a list of upcoming stores that the robbers were planning to hit. With the evidence in hand, Maria and her team were able to track down and arrest the other members of the gang. It turned out that the robbers were a group of young men who had fallen on hard times and turned to crime to make ends meet. They had no prior criminal record, and Maria felt a pang of sympathy for them as she saw them being led away in handcuffs. The investigation was a success, and Maria's captain praised her for her hard work and dedication. Maria was happy to have caught the criminals, but she knew that there would always be more out there. She realized that her job as a police officer would never be done, but she was more than willing to face the challenge head on. As she drove back to the station, Maria thought about how much she loved her job. She loved the rush of adrenaline that came with chasing down criminals, and she loved the feeling of satisfaction that came with catching them. She knew that there would be more cases to work on, more criminals to catch, but she was ready for whatever came her way. In the end, Maria realized that being a police officer wasn't just a job, it was a calling. It took a certain kind of person to do what she did, to put herself in danger every day, and to work tirelessly to keep her city safe. But for Maria, there was no other job she would rather have. The end. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please do not forget to hit the like button and share it with your friends and family. And if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to our channel for more content like this. We'll see you in the next one.